Okay, hey, what's up guys, we're back with some more Katawa Shoujo. Okay, so last episode actually ended pretty abruptly, and that was because I got interrupted, which I actually thought was going to happen, which I explained in the beginning of that episode. So, talking to this nurse guy, so he goes over my papers one more time and sets them on the desk, obviously content. Good, that's it then. Come meet me if you ever need something. I started talking to him. Okay, so I'm ushered out before I even realize it. A quick visit indeed. I end up standing in front of my main building and the auxiliary building. Although to my eyes, they still look one and the same. It's the first real look I get at the other students. So I watch people coming out of the school, going towards the gate or the dorms. Everyone seems to know where they're going. I still keep thinking that most of them don't look too special for being students at a special school. Then again, neither do I. Does that make me one of them? One of us? I should go somewhere too, to prevent me from getting lost. It's around dinner time, but I feel tired instead of hungry. The wariness of me only grows as I trudge towards the dorms, set a little way apart from the main building complex. There's a garden of sorts between the school and the dorms, shrubbery, flowers, and all that overwhelming smell of fresh cut grass that fills the atmosphere. It dawns on my tired mind that the smell feels novel, but because I suck today. Because I haven't been outside at all for so long. I see some graffiti. The dorm building is big and made up of red brick. Like the others, it feels way too pompous for what it is, so I push forward, going inside. It takes more time than necessary to fish out the key I was given from my pocket. Room 119. Despite the ornate exterior, the inside of the dorm is fairly new, functional, and boring. Just like in the main building, the halls and doors are wide to accommodate wheelchairs. The same goes for the elevators at the end of the hallways. I poke my head around the corner of the common room door. Instead of a few students are watching the television. One nods and gives a quick hello before turning back to the TV. Seems that only the girls around here are sociable. I suppose that's perfectly fine with me. Heh. I climb the stairs to the upper floor. Here, a small corridor branched off from the main hallway. Each one of these minor halls seems to have a toilet and shower, as well as 4 rooms. About halfway down the hall, I spy room 119. The nameplates on the room adjustment to mine are blank. I guess there are just two of us here. Light shines from below the door of room 117, so I knock lightly. Hello, is anyone home? From inside I hear a few movements, and the clicking of way more than locks than I thought these doors had. After a moment, the door squeaks open. Hey, it looks like Harry Potter. Maybe that's his specialty. Or, not specialty, disability. Yeah, I guess you wouldn't really want to look like Harry Potter all that much. A bespectacled boy is standing in the doorway. He's looking at me very intently through his extremely thick eyeglasses. Who is it? Blind? No, at least not completely. Why would he have glasses if he was? He leans closer to me until our noses are almost touching. His breath stinks of garlic. Hisao Nakai, I'm moving into the next room. I thought I should introduce myself. His face suddenly brightens in realization. He stands back upright, thrusting his hand out in a smiling greeting, almost straight to my diaphragm. Oh, sup dude, the name's Kenji. I've been noticing this a lot. Like, lots of Japanese games, I guess Kenji is like, or at least that type of name is very common. Because, I don't know, Persona 3, there's a guy named Kaji. Persona 4 is gonna be Kenji, so I'm just saying 2 Japanese games I played recently. Well, I guess 3 now I'm playing this, but whatever. Sorry also if I still sound kind of sick. I still kind of am. But, you know, whatever. Hi. I take Kenji's sweaty hand and shake it, still a little rattled by the sudden change of attitude and vehement welcome. There were some suspicious-looking people going in and out of your room earlier. It's probably my parents. Your parents? Sure, because they could have been some other people too. You can't judge a book by its cover. His out-of-place proverb is left hanging between us awkwardly as I try to think of some way to respond. I tell you the chances are high enough. He shudders and makes some exaggerated hand gestures. You're a brave man, Hisao. Me? I don't think I can trust the chances. The only one I trust is myself. Does that mean I shouldn't get to know you either? He thinks about this for a while. A wise decision. Damn, you are smarter than you look. Probably. What do you like? I hope not. Wait, what do you say? What do you look like? Oh, I hope not smart. He squints his eyes and leans closer again, but I lean backwards to dodge it. Never mind, it doesn't matter. With that, he fumbles around for a moment in search of a door handle, and shuts the door behind him. I slide the key into the lock of the door marked 119. Bleak beige walls, white linen, a desk made of some type of light wood, ugly curtains. It's no one's room, impersonal, like my hospital room was. My bags are sitting at the foot of my bed, looking a little emptier than they did this morning. The closet is sitting open, stocked with my clothes. Also, it seems that there are a number of school uniforms hanging there as well. I notice pinned to the sleeve of one of my shirts. Hi, Hichan, we've unpacked your things and made your bed. They said that if these don't fit, then you should go to the office tomorrow. If you have any problems, you can always call us. Love, Mom and Dad. Well, at least I don't have to worry about unpacking. I kinda hoped I would have. Then there would be something to do. It's still too early. I put the note down on the desktop and lie down on the bed, feeling drained. Lying there makes me want to read something, but I had nothing with me. What if the hospital conditioned me for wanting to read whenever I had nothing to do? The restless urge just keeps growing until I have to stand up. Maybe it's stress or something. I was pretty nervous about it before coming, and for the entire day today, too. I still think I am. Damn, I have to distract myself somehow, so I won't be this unnatural all the time. Tomorrow I'll go borrow some books from the library. Yeah, I'll do that. For now... Uh-oh. He's got pills! Vials of medication neatly arranged on my night table catch my eye. Pick up one, shake it to hear the contents rattle inside, and then read the glued-on pharmacy label. Hisao Nakai. 2 tablets daily to stay alive. It doesn't really say that, but it could just as well. It's kind of twisted having your life depend on chemicals like this. I resent it a little, but what choice do I have? With Hisao, I begin my new daily ritual of taking the right number of pills from each bottle, being careful to check the correct dosages. I lie down again, feeling hollow and uncertain, and after that, I keep staring at the blank, unfamiliar ceiling for a long time. Oh, I think he fell asleep. It doesn't start looking any more familiar, not even after darkness falls and long shadows draw across my room like fingers. The sheets feel slightly more comfortable, warm, and nest-like against the chill that passes from room temperature here. Soon the lighter shade of darkness that is the ceiling looks like every ceiling does at night, and it becomes the only thing I recognize anymore. The night beckons me to sleep, and I feel the coldness and unfamiliarity and fear creeping up my spine once again. I keep drifting further away from the world I knew. Katawa Shoujo. Okay. I wake up in a strange room. Solid morning light shimmers against the light gray ceiling. I had forgotten to draw the curtains closed last night. This is my room, isn't it? My room? This is the 3rd room this year that I'm supposed to call mine. Various things around here remind me that indeed it's me who is supposed to be the one living here. My bag's on the floor, my new school books on the desk, my numerous medications on the night table. I stare at the bottles for a moment, deliberating until I open a bottle, shake out a pill, and pop out a tablet for a foil sheet. I down them with a chaser of water without thinking about the chemistry. My uniforms are in the closet. I slink out from under the sheets and stretch my back before dressing up. Putting on a new school uniform feels like dressing in someone else's clothes. The artificial smell of generic detergent evades my nose, but the feeling of fresh cloth against my back is a good one. A natural one. Feels like a school uniform as it should. It's not much different from what I'm used to wear before. It goes for other things too. So far this place seems more or less like a normal school. Except for the people. I think back to my talk with Kenji yesterday. Misha's constant laughter and Shizune's sweeping sign language gestures. Well, I've only met 3 students so far. Maybe they aren't that normal, but I'm sure others are. Or perhaps people like them are what passes for normal around here. Yeah, what does pass for normal around here? What do people do? I didn't see a lot of kids hanging around after classes yesterday, so maybe there are clubs. If so, I wonder if I should join one. I guess now we're in class. Wait, but that phone there... Is that a phone? What is that? Huh, not really sure. Pretty sure you can see my mouse, right? I hope you can. Hopefully. Okay. I really like the... I can kind of see why a lot of people really like this. I mean, the art style and the music is just amazing. And plus the writing isn't too bad either. All through class, the question remains on my mind, so I decided to ask Shizune about it when we split into groups. After all, she did say if I had anything I wanted to know, I should ask her. She crosses her arms and shifts her gaze slowly to Misha, who looks more preoccupied with trying to grind the eraser of her pencil down so the top is perfectly and evenly flat. Oh, she doesn't look too happy. Haha, sorry, Shichan. Is there something you wanted from me? Oh, I see. That's a good question, Shichan. My first thought is that means she doesn't know, which is worrying. Maybe I'm being too negative. Well, anyway, Misha, please don't reprove me, right? Oh, that's right. Everyone is encouraged to join a club. A lot of people do so because there isn't really anything else to do. There are also school events, like the festival coming up in a few days. Almost every student in the school tends to help out with that, doing whatever. So, you're actually transferred in a busy time. Maybe you can help out, too. Sure. What's the festival about? Misha freezes. Wahaha, I don't know, Ichan. The truth is, it's a local event, and I'm not from this area, so... She starts sighing desperately to Shizune, asking her to bail her out. Shizune adjusts her glasses at the end of an oddly grindas flourish and starts sighing hard and heavy. Oh. Who cares? Misha puffs out her chest as she shouts Shizune's words out at me with a disproportionate amount of pride. Too loud. I can see heads turning to look in our directions. Not so loud. Human beings evolve with each new generation, and the ideals and beliefs behind a festival will inevitably change with time. Now it's about delicious fried food and amusing little games that you play to win prizes. Ha ha ha! The teacher clears his throat very loudly, batting his long wooden pointer against his other palm like a baton. He shoots a pointed gaze at us. Finally noticing where we are, Misha stifles a yelp and quickly quiets down. Shizune doesn't seem embarrassed at all, though brushing it off without a care. We're in the middle of class and should start working. That's right, Shichan. What? That's right. Shichan, are you asking because you're interested in joining a club? It could have been my eyes playing tricks on me, but I think I saw a suspicious glance exchanged between them. Misha's tone has also changed, although it does that every other word anyway. Yeah, I was thinking about it. Oh shit. Ah, God. I know, I'm asking. Misha and Shizune look at each other again. I'm about to ask what they have in mind when something dark flutters in my peripheral vision, catching my attention. Out of the corner of my eye, I see the girl with long dark hair get up from her desk and slip silently towards the door. It doesn't seem like she was working in any group, and no one seems to notice her but me. I glance at the teacher, who is also looking at the dark-haired girl go. Why doesn't he say anything? Hey, Chan, is something wrong? Do I look as uneasy as I feel? Or is Misha just looking at me, looking after the girl who left? No, nothing. Okay, well, like we were saying, you don't have any plans for lunch today, do you? I thought I would go to the library and pick up some books. Not really. Do you want to have lunch together, then? Sure. Yay, wahaha, okay, John, perfect. The rest of class passes uneventfully. The girl with the long hair never came back. Before I have time to put any more thought into where she could have gone, the teacher informs us that it's time to stop working. Shizune looks more than a little annoyed that we only just barely managed to finish all our work on time. I'm just glad we finished it at all. It's not a contest or anything. Yes, it is, Hichan. Impossible. Really? Really. I noticed this before, but it's kind of funny how Misha is always moving her hands and signing not only everything she says, but what anyone else is saying at any given time. Obviously, it must be so Shizune can understand it. Her eyes dart back and forth between Misha's hands and me. I don't know who I'm supposed to be looking at. I'm talking to Misha, but that might be wrong. Maybe I should face Shizune. I'm used to looking in the direction of the person whose voice I'm hearing. Really? Shizune can't hear me, but it would be disrespectful to talk to her only through Misha. Then again, isn't that what she's doing? No, she's at least looking at me. This is very confusing, and it will take some time to get used to. It's not a contest, because contests are competitions over a prize. There's no prize on the line, it's not really a contest. Shizune's eyes flash dangerously with a competitive glare. She stares at me, as if so surprised that I'm challenging her. I think maybe this is a contest to her. I never noticed before how dark and blue her eyes are. It's truly an alluring glaze. Are you sure, Ichan? Very sure. Haha, you're wrong, Ichan, because I don't want to be the slowest one in the class. Therefore, that's on the line is my confidence in my abilities. And the prize is the satisfaction of proving them. Wahahaha! Shizune pushes her glasses up the bridge of her nose in a very matter-of-fact way. I'd argue more, but the bell rings and she quickly gets up and picks up her bag, looking at me expectantly. I had almost forgotten that I was supposed to have lunch with them. Where do you want to eat? Cafeteria? Haha, that's so plain. Okay, let's go. Plain? Well, I guess. Also, that painting is still there. I don't know, like, if that's supposed to... Like, I'm almost positive that's gonna be something later. It's gonna be like... Okay, sorry about that. Shit, I don't fucking know. Okay, I'm out at school. I like to eat outside near the back of the building. It was a good spot, but I didn't find it until near the end of my freshman year. I wonder if there's a similar place to eat here. Misha seems to imply as much. Shizune and Misha pull me towards the cafeteria, which is surprisingly not packed. Maybe some students favor eating in the classroom or outdoors. I saw some of my classmates that had boxed lunches. After we finish eating, Misha picks up where we left off earlier. So Ichan, you wanted to know about clubs and stuff, right? Right, Chichan, okay, I guess that makes sense to ask first. The changing little nods of confirmation, they turn to face me again, and Misha straightens her posture as if she is about to deliver a speech. Ichan, do you have anything you're really interested in? I used to play soccer, but I'm not really into it. I don't follow the teams and players or anything like that. As of late, I usually just read a lot. There's a book club, right, Ichan? Right, but it seems like they have all the members they could possibly have right now. Sorry, Ichan, it's a really popular club. Oh, okay, but more to the point. Ichan, does this mean that you don't have anything already in mind? Not really. Good, great, that's great, Ichan, really great, haha. Why is it so great? No reason. Well, Ichan, other than the clubs and the upcoming festivals, there is one other thing. Student council! I didn't know this school had a student council. It's a very melodramatic setup, though. Just tell me that. I'm pretty sure the two of them know this, because Shizan looks a little embarrassed about it, and Mishan is laughing. Shizan quickly retakes control of the discussion in a manner of speaking. After all, it's still Misha who has the voice, whatever she is. Whatever she say. Okay. Right. Ishan, maybe you should join the student council. They could use more people. Yes, definitely, you should definitely join. Why? Well, for one, we could hang out every day, Hichan. Shichan and I are both in the... Actually, Shichan is the president. Huh? I'm starting to get to this suspicion that Shizan and Misha might not exactly be the most unbiased people to talk about this with. As if reading my mind, she soon quickly adjusts her glasses and signs something to Misha. Haha, of course, we're not trying to get you to join just because we would obviously benefit from you joining the student council, and therefore have an incentive to try to get you to. So you're admitting that. Haha, no, we admit nothing. I mean, John, of course it would be nice if you joined, we'd appreciate it. But even without all that, joining the student council shows a healthy interest in the workings of one school. Yep, it's true, John. Besides, don't you want to spend time with us after school, John? I can't tell if she's being genuine or if she thinks this is just really good acting. Both of them seem to be trying hard to look their cutest, although they are already pretty cute to begin with. Aw. Something's going on there. Well. So it's settled then. Welcome to the student council, John. What? No. See, Sean? Of course it wouldn't go so easy. Yep, that's right, though. It would be boring if it went that smoothly. Oh well. Sean owes me candy now. You are betting on it? Hey, my life is not a game here. Shizan seems very intrigued by this when Misha signs into her. The aggressive glint returns to her eyes. Waha, that's interesting, Shizan. Let's play a game. That's not what I said. How about Reach Man? Poor Man? Hichan? If you lose, you have to join the student council. No, absolutely not. Why not? Well, because you two both have the same incentive and therefore the same goal, which is to get me to join the student council, right? Yep. Yeah, that isn't my goal. But what this means is that both of you can team up and I'll be at a clear disadvantage, so I'll have to decline. Hey John, I'm very offended. I thought... Are you saying you don't trust us and that we would pull something so... that makes me sad. Sorry? It's hard to tell where Shizune's influence ends and Misha's thoughts begin. In order to atone for hurting a young girl's feelings, you should definitely join the student council. No! How about a game of paper football instead of Rich Man, Poor Man? Paper football? Yeah, it's a game they play in America. You make a paper triangle and then you try to shoot in past goalposts that the other player makes with their fingers. Isn't it cool? It's the ultimate form of competition between two people, Hachan. And it's also played by elementary and middle school children, Hachan. Waha, that means it's a game that really separates the boys from the men. Well, like the boys from the slightly older boys. Anyway, I'm not going to play that either. Just the fact that you know about it means you're probably surprisingly good at it. Haha, yeah, that's true. How did you know, John? Jisoon frowns at Misha, telling me that she probably wasn't supposed to admit that so weirdly. I wouldn't say that I'm happy with their attempts to get me into the student council, but I'm a little curious about what the student council does here. I've never been on one before, or even know anybody who was a member, so it interests me. I also kind of like Jisoon and Misha, so maybe it wouldn't be so bad. Okay, Chan, how about this? How about Risk? The game of world domination. I don't know what that is. It's really fun, Chan. You fight for control of the world with armies and everything. Wait, he doesn't know what Risk is? Well, I guess this is Japan. They probably have different board games than us, but still, it's a good game. Looks like Jisoon would be good at it. If you want to play, we can after school. Oh, really, Shishan? We can play just for fun, Chan. Shishan hasn't played in a long time, so if you want to, there are no streets attached. Well, okay. Okay, perfect. We'll see you after school in the student council room then, Chan. Wait, why there? Because that's where we keep the game. Wahaha! I grimace to tell them how much I do like this, but it's more for the show than anything. So in the end, I agree. Only after getting Jisoon to acknowledge that I don't mean anything concrete, just by accepting that it looked right and play a game with her. Lunch ends and we go back to class. That one girl again. Okay, I'm actually going to end this episode here with my obvious sickness at bay. So, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time.